Hello everyone, welcome back. On this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how we can be able to solve the current assignments on CSE 301. Here is the question which says, use appropriate form controls to design a GUI suitable for a scientific calculator. Ensure you change the text and the name and the name of the property of your forms and controls. Alright, so as you can see, this is the one I was actually to create. At the end of this tutorial, you can choose to make your own more advanced or even add more controls. So as you can see, if I add maybe 100 plus 100, we all know that it's going to give me 200. If I click minus 50, I am supposed to have 150. If I click on clear, it will clear. If I still say 10 times 10, it's supposed to be 100, right? Let's check it. 10 times 10 is 100. So I am going to show you how you can be able to achieve this and submit your assignment. Make sure that you have clicked the like or follow or share button. Make sure you comment. That's the only way of supporting me, because I'm not asking any money from you. Alright, I'm going to close this right now. As you can see, this is my form and this is my source code as well. So definitely we are going to be writing some codes. The codes is actually for the conditions and running the calculator. This is my code and this is my form design. So let's get started. So if you open your Visual Studio Code, for example, I'm going to close this right now. So if I close this, I'm supposed to have my normal editor which I've opened before. Alright, so actually I actually went online to make some research about this before I was able to do it. As you can see, this is Visual Studio 2022. If you can't see it here, you can actually search it by clicking the search icon and you say Visual Studio. So I click on it, Visual Studio 2022. So once you click on it, your project was supposed to open. So you click on create a new project. You can see this are the list of projects I've created earlier. So you click on create a new project. So we allow the system to load. So from here we can search for Windows form. Let's type here, see Windows form app. So we'll click on it, then we'll click on next. We can give it name. Let's call it calculator, because I already have calculator before, so I'll give it another name. Let's say calculator 2. So I can click on next here. Yeah, I can click on create. Let's wait for it to load. Okay, let's keep waiting. So once your project finish loading, this is the project, it has finished loading now. So this is your properties. This property, sometimes you are not going to see it like this because I moved my own. So it's supposed to be inside somewhere here. I think it's supposed to be like somewhere here or so, but I've moved my own. So if you see properties, shall not say that's what I'm referring to. So this is our form. What we are going to do now is to drag this thing, come up small, to give it the kind of shape we want it to have. I think this will be enough. Then by the left hand side, we'll click on tools. Then let's search test box. You can see test box. So we'll just drag the test box and drop it here. So we'll click on this small arrow and click on multi-line. Then we'll click on this. First of all, drag it up here. We'll widen it up like this and like this. Make it kind of bigger. Let's make it more. This is actually where our input and our output will be showing once we are doing them. Alright, so I think this is good to go. So the next is coming back here again, and let's search button. So we have to drag this button down here and create a button. So we arrange it to look nice. I think, is this okay? This should be okay. Or can take it small, can make it more smaller so that it can enter. So this should be okay. So what we are going to do, we are supposed to add more buttons. Can just right click your mouse, click on copy, right click again, click on paste, then drag it. Make sure that it's in line as well. You still come here and paste again, you drag it, make sure that it's in line. You have to repeat the process. Oh, sorry. 1 2 3 4, one more. So yeah, so we actually have to widen this thing up again. Then this one, you have to adjust it to fit in. So now the next step is, we are supposed to create more buttons. Instead of doing it one after the other, we can copy sorry, not all of them here. You can copy all these ones here, then we can right click again, click on copy, come down here, click on paste. So we can actually drag it down to arrange it. You can still come down here again and click on paste. So we drag it, we'll drop it here, then come down here, right click to copy one button again. I have to click on copy. Actually, let's drag this thing down a little bit. Here, click on paste. So this is where it is, so we'll drag it down here. Then this one, I have to make it, I have to expand the width. Yeah. So now the next step is we are going to be naming all these buttons one after the other. So this place is far for me to be doing all this, so I have to drag it and come here. I don't want to be going far, so I will click here once, not twice. Once. The text, but you can see a text, the name, so we should name it 1. You don't rush, scroll down until you see name. This name is very essential, very very important, because we are going to be using it. Name, we'll call it BTN1, that is button 1. Come to the 2 again, the same thing. Remember that you are supposed to change both the name and the text, so say BTN2. Let's scroll up and look for the text, because if we don't edit the text, the value is not going to show. So this is the text, we'll change it to 2. Remember that we are adding button 1 to 0, from 1 to 3 4 5 7 9 10 to 9 to 0 as well. So now this is done. Can come here, you can actually fast forward this video to get to the part where I'm done also. So the test, I will say the test here is 3. Going down, looking for the name. So the name is BTN3. When you are writing your own, you can actually make it different, so that it will not be as if all of you did the same thing. BTN4, and the name is supposed to be, the text is supposed to be 4. Okay, you can fast forward the video to get to the other parts, but I will advise you to follow the video small so that you don't miss anything. Anywhere you see name, that's when we come BTN. Follow the number, followed by the number you're supposed to put there. but the test is the one that was supposed to show it. The test come to 9. Okay, now should be 0. We can call this btn0, btn0. Then we'll go up, look for the test. This is the test. We'll give it value 0. Alright, yeah, what are we supposed to have here? We'll put here plus, minus, multiply, division, a clear button, and equal to. Remember that you can as well do your own the way you want it, or maybe with more this time. I don't know, Sha, but I'm just trying to teach you the basic. Alright, this one supposed to be a plus button. This is plus. We can give it a name. It's important to give it this name. So we can say btn plus. Remember that my P is a capital letter. Here I can say btn minus, because we are supposed to put minus. So we are supposed to put minus. The test. This one minus. Then this one multiply. So the test is supposed to be multiply or star, anyone you call them. You know, concern me now. I used to be. So coming down, I'm going to put this one. I say btn multi. Btn multi. Here is division. I will say btn div. Scroll up to change the test value. So I will call it divide, divided by into a column. Then here is clear. So the test, you can call the test clear. Then we can change the name, look for the name and change it to btn clear. Alright, I need to let me increase the font size of this clear, so that it will kind of be large for eye. What am I supposed to do? I know even sabi what I'm supposed to do, but let's try together. Let's search for font. So it's supposed to be at font. So this is font. We'll click here. We'll set it to bold. Then we'll set it to 14. We'll click OK. So you can see now we have a large one. So if you still want to increase your other buttons, you can still increase them. So let's come back here and do this one. This should be our equal to. Let's try to increase this equal to as well. Let's increase it. Let's set it to bold and let's set it to 24. So let's put it. Go fine. Go fine. But we are not here to make it fine. Just do it as you want, sha. Well, let me just go and change the name. That one, and then in the important pass. So I'm coming down. The name should be btn equal to btn eql. So let's change the test value. The test value is equal to, so it should have taken effect by now. So now let's try to run this code and see what we are going to have here. Me too, I'm not a lecturer, I'm a student like you, so I can make mistake. Anybody can make mistake. So this is it. So as you can see, we can type something here, but it's too small now. What are we supposed to do? If we click these numbers, nothing is happening. So what we are supposed to do now is, that's where the logic is. Let's go and work on the logic. But before that, let's end this code. So the code has ended. Now let's click here. Let's edit this place so that the font of the key will be bold enough. So I think this is still font. we'll click on it to increase the font, take it to bold, 24, 26, 24, anyone where you want be sharp, make it be. So when we run it again, let's see what we'll have. I already have the source code for this because I've written the code and kept it somewhere. Maybe I will attach the source code with the video somewhere, so you can copy the source code and paste it accordingly. So when I press the number, you can see the number is bold now, unlike the other number. Let's move on. Now, time for the logic. If you have gotten here, even if you only screenshot this one self upload, the man go give you mark, but do not follow my advice. So before you go fair, now I can't talk na me make you fair. All right, something is missing here. Yes, something is missing. I'm supposed to have my form.cs, which I'm not seeing. Where has it gone to? Where has it gone to? Where? This is my output. Where's my form.cs? What's happening now? Sorry guys, let me pause the video so that I will look for it, because you are supposed to see it, sha. When I welcome back, I'm not gonna know verse. I mean, not know it now they do. Make una know verse. First of all, I need to change this. Let's change this to calculator. So let's click here or anywhere. We'll scroll down, we'll see the name. Not this one. Change the text. Let's change it to calculator. So we've changed it to calculator, as you can see. Alright, so to view our form.cs where we are going to apply this logic, let's double click. So yeah, we have double clicked and we now have our form.cs. Alright, let's get to it. So you can say I clicked on that, I double clicked on that number one. You will see what I was able to have. This source code opened for me to enter my own logic. So now you know the useful of the name we are giving those buttons. So the first thing we need to do is, once it's open here, what we need to do is, sorry, there's one more thing we didn't do. Let's go and give this box a name. So let's give it a name. Let's scroll down. Where is the text? Let's change the text to, let's leave the text, let's just look for the name. That's the most important thing. Okay, this is the name. You can call it TST. Sorry, what's happening? Let's call it TST total. Remember that the second T has to do with capital letter, TST total. So I think that's fixed the issue. Alright, so now let's double click here again. Now we have this place. Let's enter our functions. What I will type, I will explain to you what it does. I will explain to you. So we'll type TST. Sorry, are you TST? If you are using Visual Studio, you sometimes be typing everything finished. So once the suggestion that came up is the suggestion that I needed, I'll just hit my enter button. So it will go. So you say TST total, you now write dot text, you hit enter, it will go. You understand? You now give space and say equal to, you give another space and say plus, you give another space. Now those button name, remember that the value we gave that number one button, what will happen? Why did it come out? Okay, yeah, remember that the value we gave to that button was btn1, so that's when we will say they're equal to plus btn. We have plenty option here. Btn plus 1, now I say dots, we say text. Even before I go finish, text option don't come and hit enter. So I will now enter my semicolon. If you follow my lesson before, you go know say I don dey talk about semicolon before. Why our code dey show red? Let's review together. I say tst total dot test, yeah, and I say equal to, sorry, it should be equal to, I thought something went out. We'll give space. Let's give space here again. Sorry, let's give space here again. This space is too much. So equals to, now say tst, the same thing that is here, total. So we hit enter. Tst total dot test yeah, with that this plus icon. So yeah, plus btn1 dot test with our semicolon. Let's review it again. The value we have here equals to the value we have here again plus btn. You understand? So we are just trying to let the computer know that once that number 1 is clicked, let it display what we used in saving that form number 1. You know what we used in saving the test name? The test name is 1. That's why we are calling the test values here, so that it will take it as 1, which is 1. Is that understood? Let's run this code now so that we are going to see. You can be repeating it and be repeating it until you get it. Me too, self, I'm learning. My hunger there. So now to go find something to chop. Hey, oh yeah. So now when we click 1, we are supposed to have 1. That's an magical. But when we click 2, nothing happens. When we click other numbers, nothing happens because we never tell the computer what thing it go do. So let's continue. Let's copy this thing here. We copy it. You can use Ctrl+C, but I will right click to copy so that everybody go see what they do. Make it not be like that to the run. So let's go back to our form design. Then we'll double click these two. We'll double click it. We are going to be repeating the process on the button one after the other. Remember what to use in saving number 2 is button 2. So we come here and change the value to 2. Without wasting much of our time, we'll do this on the rest of the buttons. Come here, change this one to 3. Still come here again. 4. Sorry. I beg if assignments the more they come my inbox, so because I know they attend class. So that me too, so I go follow and they do the assignment. And one person even tell me the assignment today. 5, 6. This one is 6. We saved it as 6. You know, I'm pasting. Sorry, some of you will be asking, where is it appearing from? I'm pasting it. For example, if I remove it now, let me right click. If I right click, I can click on paste. Sorry, you see, I can click on paste. Right click and paste, it will come. What button am I working on? Button number 6, Abby. Is it 7 or 6? 6, yes. Now button number 7, I paste it. Button number 7. No, button number 8. Button number 8. Button number 9. Button number 9. Button number 0. Button number 0. Yeah. Button number 0. Alright, let's run this code again to check. You know, I encourage you, the more you are running the code, the more you are supposed to be checking, because error will happen at any time. So let's check. We'll read from here to here. So let's check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, 9, 0. The rest button are not working. Close. Now this is a different thing entirely. This is where I have a source code. So now I'm going to create what is called a variable. Some of you might know what's variable, some might not know what's variable. So go back to your form.cs. Let's see happen. My form design self no one open. I have to restart this thing, but that's not what's important now. Alright, let's come here. After this initialize component, we'll click here, can hit enter, carry arrow go up. Then I have the source code already which I've written. I can give you this source code. So this is the variable I'm creating. Let me just copy it and paste. Later I will explain. I feel no even explain again. Shall copy and paste. If you have question, come to my inbox. So I'll paste it. So I've declared a variable, an integer num1, num2, string option, and another integer result. So what am I supposed to do now? My form.cs is not opening again. So you pardon me, I have to restart this. I don't know what's wrong with my computer. I have to restart Visual Studio. Sorry, my code is still saving. So I restarted Visual Studio so that everything will be working fine. This is the project I'm creating before, so I'll click on it. Alright, the Visual Studio finished loading. Alright, so now after adding, remember that we added some variables. I don't know why it's taking time. We added some variables which are these ones. So let's go back to our design. Yeah, so now we have to add our other logic for plus, minus, star, divide, and clear. So let's double click here. We are adding a different logic for this entirely. I have the source code already, like I told you. So I can come here. When I come down, this is the option values. I have to copy it. As you can see, I've arranged everything before. Yeah, coming back here, I will paste this option. This option is for plus. Remember that we click the plus button. So you say num1 equal to int.pass. This int.pass is trying to convert the text to integer because it was in form of text before, in form of string before. So it's trying to for those of you that are familiar to programming, you will understand what I'm trying to talk about. Alright, so let's go back to our design and click on minus. We are going to do the same thing but with small changes. This is minus, so we are going to come out this one, put minus, remove it and put minus. Then we'll come back to multiply. So we'll still paste the code. Let me right click and paste it for those of you that are not seeing me. Yeah, so this is multiply, Abby. We'll put multiply. Go back to our form.cs. This is divide. Oh, do not show any. We'll divide. Divide, Abby, device. Which one save they do me? Put divide. Alright, now we have a clear button. Before then, let me run this code. I'm trying to be running it so that you guys will be understanding as well. Let me run the code and show you what will happen. You can see that all the values will be working. So when I say, where is the form? When I say 1 plus 1, nothing will happen if I click import because I never put anything will happen for here, and nothing will happen if I click this one. So let's get it working. Alright, let's work on the clear. On the clear button, so on the clear button I have a logic for it as well. Yeah, this is logic for it as well. So everything is already set for you guys. Make una go enjoy. So the clear button is supposed to be working. You can see that the result will be declared to be 0, number 1 0, number 2 0. I was supposed to be explaining all these things now, but there is no time. Just make sure that you are following our tutorials. I will explain more. Now let's work on the equal to button. Now here the work did now. Now be the pata of them all. I have the source code already. So this is it. I've arranged it as well. So I have to copy it. Yeah. After this, forget it. You don't finish up. So if you understand better, I don't paste more. If you understand better, you see that you can even do more advanced stuff with this. This is just the basic. Do your own, no, make it fine so that you go get better mark. Alright, I think everything don't finish, but I no be expert. I don't know whether the code go run or be no go run. So let's just try it. Let's give it a try and see if it's going to run. Let's do 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. It's working. Let's clear the button. It's working. Bad go. Let's say 105 times 10. What are we supposed to get? Is it correct? I don't know. It's correct. Even if I be load that, I beat that one. So guys, that's just it. Thank you. Make sure that you share the video, you like, you comment. If you get question, come to my inbox. I go answer you ASAP. I know they do shakara and I'm free at the join. But if you want make I use my hand do your assignments for you, you go pay me. I know they collect small money. You go pay for that one.